Don't have enough money saved up to retire? No problem. Retirement gets a lot cheaper when you stop buying stupid shit you don't need. Get Aaron Clary's latest essay, Poor Richard's Retirement, available on Amazon and Kindle. A link is in the description.
This is Bad Popp, and I got some bad news for the New York Times.
You are fake news.
By your definition, I am not a modern man, and I have no intent of becoming one. Ever. I bet you're wondering, Popp, what kind of man are you? Well, I was born an asshole, but I'm a dick by choice. Winning. And my dick move of the week, 27 ways to be a modern cuck. Yeah. So right off the bat, this dude, Brian Lombardi, shoots himself right in the foot. And I say dude in a hostess Twinkie kind of way, if you know what I mean. In fact, this next article should be 27 ways to receive that cream filling.
Being a modern man today is no different than it was a century ago.
What are you talking about? I hate to use the stupid phrase, you idiot, but back in the day, men were men. There were things like responsibility and I don't know, dueling. So yeah, no, you're like, Popp, 100 years ago was World War I and there was no dueling. You're right. Over the top! Everyone dies. A whole wave, a whole army of young kids right out of high school running forward to their certain death. Boom. If that's not a modern man, I don't know what is. That's not even a modern man. That's a fucking man right there. But today, those Antifa dudes, once the shooting starts, they're running right to their parents' basement. The only fort that those guys will defend are made of pillows and blankets. I'm talking to you. And with that, we haven't really even got started yet. That is how stupid this is.
When the modern man buys shoes for his spouse, he doesn't have to ask her sister for the size, and he knows which brands run big or small.
He's probably a mangina, and he should hide his head in shame. Just saying. On his way back from the shoe store, he'll probably swing by Lover's Lane and get a butt plug. And no, that's not for his wife. Cuck. Now look, I know we're exaggerating, but men, if they don't have to, they don't go shopping at stores. Thus, male shopping rules. Check it out. Since the internet was invented, men usually stay the fuck home. Unless it's big dollar purchases like guns, motorcycles, cars, and I don't know, a sword.
Hi, do you have a pair of 6-inch spike heels?
For who?
My wife.
Sure. And speaking of useless, trivial bullshit, a man should never know which brand of shoes run large or small unless he's gay. Listen, if I don't have to sponsor this, I won't even know what brand it is. It just looked cool and I put it on.
The modern man never lets other people know when his confidence has sunk. He acts as if everything is going swimmingly until it is.
Okay, yeah, I'll buy that one. You know, hey, there's bombs falling in your backyard. Chin up. No big deal.
Oh, you're joking. Well, hard not to. Nothing funnier than cancer.
Because this one actually falls into one of my man rules. Men don't do what they want to do, they do what they have to do. There could be bombs falling, the stock market crashes, your house is on fire, but men still have to do what they have to do. And with that being said, if a man is going out buying women's shoes, it really doesn't take that much to rock his confidence into the toilet.
So what do you think would make a dude lose his confidence if he's buying women's shoes?
Easy. Having his buddy catch him doing it. Hey, yo, Dave. Oh, Dave. What do you got there, huh, buddy?
The modern man is considerate. At the movie theater, he won't munch down on a mouthful of popcorn during a quiet moment. He waits for some ruckus.
No, he doesn't. Men eat when they want to eat, and that's it. I challenge anyone out there, go to the movies and try to find a dude that's there without any children who's not stuffing his face. I bet this dude doesn't even get popcorn when he goes out to the movies. No, he gets the extra thick Italian sausage with extra mustard on it.
The modern man doesn't cut the fatty or charred bits off his fillet. Every bite of steak is a privilege, and it all goes down the hatch.
First, you lost me at privilege because this is in the New York Times. So we all know what kind of privilege you're referring to here, and I take offense. Oh, wait a minute. No, I don't, or I can't, because that's for social justice warriors or Antifa and Black Lives Matter. Guess what time it is? Half-past fuck off and quarter to suck my dick. And with that being said, I don't eat the goddamn fat. I trim that shit off. But when I grill it, I burn that shit off. You know why? Because that's not what a modern man does. That's what a caveman does.
Men are here. We make fire. Cook meat. Then put out fire by peeing no get invited back.
The modern man won't blow 10 minutes of his life looking for the best parking spot. He finds a reasonable one and puts his car between the lines.
Total concur, I do not believe in parking lot ballet. Park the car where it fits, walk the extra quarter mile, so what, I don't fucking care. To be honest with you, there's probably a lot of hose beast womalos out there that need to get walked around, if you know what I mean. I am not gonna park by the electric scooter stand so you can ride that fucker in the mire. If you're walking your ass in there, fat queen. Beauty at any size, bullshit, you look like a sack of assholes. Go lose some fucking weight.
Before the modern man heads off to bed, he makes sure his spouse's phone and his kids' electronic devices are charging for the night.
Bullshit! He watches his own shit and they have to take care of their shit. If they don't, it's on them, fuck them. I just have to ask, what kind of man, modern or otherwise, does that? Kids, if they're that small they can't, do it for themselves, they shouldn't have the devices. Oh, that's right. I forgot. The little tiny babysitter is the same as raising your child correctly. Who was I? I don't know what I was thinking, but hey, this gets Space Coast real good. Yeah.
The modern man buys only regular colas like Coke and Dr. Pepper. If you walk into his house looking for a Mountain Dew, he'll show you the door.
What does that have anything to do with being a dude? I'm totally at a loss for this one. What the fuck? And this was actually the New York Times. So what do you think is gonna happen? You're just gonna walk in the house and be like, hey dude, you got a Mountain Dew?
Yep.
No dude does that. It's either he buys what he likes or the dudes bring it themselves. They don't fucking care. All right, Mr. Lombardi, do me a little favor. Take the penis out of your ear and the one out of your ass and spend a little time hanging out with dudes and make a better list, because this is bullshit.
The modern man uses the proper names for things. For example, he'll say helicopter and not chopper, like some gauche simpleton.
No, because every modern man has seen Predator. Go to the chopper! And if you haven't seen Predator, you're not a man yet. That movie will turn you into a goddamn sexual tyrannosaur.
Like me! Oh my god! Ah! 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 Oh, that's better.
Having a daughter makes the modern man more of a complex person. He learns new stuff every day.
Well, basically, that is true, but anyone that's a father learns those lessons. And it doesn't matter if your kid's a boy or a girl, and that's right, I said it, there's only two choices. So you Antifa bastards can send your hate mail to idon'tcare@kissmyass.com.
The modern man makes sure the dishes on the rack have dried completely before putting them away.
First of all, that is some epic mangina language. I could feel my testicles shrinking up reading this. You don't wait for dishes to dry in the rack. We have dishwashers, or we just wash it and use it immediately. We don't care. Once that dishwasher is done, you want to take her to the room and spank her a little bit because they like that. That's one of their 30 secrets. Check it out.
The modern man has never pinned a tweet, and he never will.
I don't even know what the fuck that is.
Well, actually, Popp, it's when you... Oh, man.
The modern man checks the status of his Irish Spring bar before jumping in for a wash. Too small, it gets swapped out.
No. What men do is they take all the slivers, they save them, and they smash them together. And they use that. And I call that, in short, rainbow soap. And no, that doesn't mean I'm gay. That makes me a cheapskate. And if that gives me a homo suspicion point, so be it. But if you are this dude, who are you, man? I know exactly who you are now. You're a soap dropper, aren't you?
The modern man listens to Wu-Tang at least once a week.
First of all, no. Second of all, they haven't been modern in I don't even know how long.
You need to diversify your bonds, nigga.
Third of all, RZA, Redman, whatever the fuck his name is, I would say your street cred got flushed with all the rest of the turds when you made that movie, Man with Iron Fist. I don't care who put up the money to make that POS, because it's still a POS.
The modern man still jots down his grocery list on a piece of scratch paper. The market is no place for his face to be buried in his phone.
Now, this particular one is so out of left field, it's fucking stupid. When you're talking about modern, there's very few things that define modern more than, I don't know, a cell phone. But reducing consumption and recycling, I don't know, paper and plastic has been modern, I don't know, for like 30 goddamn years. So why the hell would you say a modern man uses scratch paper for his list? Are you going full retard or what?
Hey, Brian? Brian. Were you getting pounded in the ass while you were writing this? I can't fucking read it.
The modern man has hardwood flooring. His children can detect his mood from the stamp of his
Why did you print this and make me read it?
Kenneth Cole Oxfords. I never heard of them. What the fuck are they? First of all, hardwood floors are one thing if they're like that when you move in. If not, a dude doesn't give a fuck. Either way, you buy a mop or a vacuum. There you go. If you're such a drama queen that your children and everyone else knows your fucking mood because you're stomping around the house, you might need some head meds, just saying. Or perhaps you can keep a pill or two on the little penny spot in your Oxfords, you goddamn angina.
The modern man lies on the side of the bed closer to the door. If an intruder gets in, he will try to fight him off so that his wife has a chance to get away.
While she's cornered. I'm just saying this makes sense, kinda. I'm not saying this may or may not lead to divorce, but it could be a problem in the future.
We're married.
Consider that a divorce.
Sleeping next to the exit or by the entrance to protect those in there with you, it's common dude etiquette. It has no bearing on being a modern man because dudes have been doing this, I don't know, since the beginning of time. On top of that, he'll have a dog, a medium to big dog, one that can actually buy him a few seconds to rack the shotgun.
Does the modern man have a melon baller? What do you think? How else would the cantaloupe, watermelon, and honeydew he serves be so uniformly shaped?
Wait, stop. All right, that was so gay I thought I was going to develop a lisp. Well, with that being said, we know what kind of balling you're doing, and being a fruit, well, maybe that does have something to do with it.
The modern man has thought seriously about buying a shoehorn.
No, we don't. Most dudes were already born with a shoehorn. It's called your fingers. Ask your mama.
Ah, you're smelling your finger.
Ah, fuck. In fact, that's the classic mistake men make. Made a video about it. Check it out. Hey, by the way, 1955 called and they want their shoehorn back.
Great Scott.
I know, it's heavy, isn't it?
The modern man buys fresh flowers more to surprise his wife than to say he is sorry.
Bullshit, he only buys them to say he's sorry. You wanna know why? Because flowers are a fucking waste of money. And the modern man, he fucking budgets. And it's never a wise decision to buy shit that's going to die. And with that being said, don't ever get married, fuck that. Hey baby, I'm sorry we had that fight earlier. Here's a steak, I want that cooked medium well. Cut yourself off a piece. I never said I was gonna get laid, I was just saying I'm sorry. And medium well, please.
Honey, I cooked your steak for you.
Of course you did.
On occasion, the modern man is the little spoon.
What?
Some nights when he is feeling down or vulnerable, he needs an emotional and physical shield.
If he's, no. What the fuck is she gonna protect you from? I don't know, bees? Not the bees! Ah! Open my eyes! Oh, wait a minute. She's allergic. Women really are useless. What the fuck, man?
The modern man doesn't scold his daughter when she sneezes while eating an apple donut, even if the pieces fly everywhere.
So you're saying anyone other than a modern man is gonna yell at his kids just for sneezing? You must be super duper gay.
It appears your film has been interrupted because you're a faggot.
Only someone who doesn't have any children and probably will never have them thinks of this bullshit. What were you thinking, you dumb bundle of sticks?
The modern man still ambles half-naked down his driveway each morning to scoop up a crisp newspaper.
No, he doesn't. He reads it on the goddamn internet. Next one, please.
The modern man has all of Michael Mann's films on Blu-ray, or whatever the highest quality thing is at the time.
Who the hell is Michael Mann?
Hey, I got this one.
Figures.
If you're talking about heat, abso-fucking-lutely. One of the best gunfights in film history. But if you're talking about that piece of shit Miami Vice movie with Colin Farrell and Jamie Foxx, you could just fuck off.
The modern man doesn't get hung up on his phone's battery percentage. If it needs to run flat, so be it.
You're kinda right, but what the fuck does that have to do with anything? I don't get it. This has some flaming stupidity in it. And yes, flaming goes both ways, if you know what I mean. And I'm pretty sure Mr. Brian Lombardi does too. I don't know.
$50 says I'm right.
I'll take your money.
Hit a nerve?
All right, dudes. All right, stand by and prepare yourself, because this next one, this is one of my favorites.
The modern man has no use for a gun. He doesn't own one, and he never will.
What a fucking pussy. Hey, look, the people in Chicago and the UK, they don't have any use for any guns. And look what's going on over there. Hey, Chicago had its most deadly Christmas on record. Happy fucking holidays. And 2/3 of all the robberies that happen in the UK, they take place when people are home. That shit doesn't happen here. And you want to know why? Because robbers don't want to get fucking shot. So if you have no use for a gun, that's absolutely fine. but the man who robs your house will. So after you lose all your shit and you watch your wife get raped, I'll send you some flowers. Oh, wait a minute, I might have spoke too soon, because this next one rivals the other one for being my favorite.
The modern man cries. He cries often.
Speaking as a leader of men, you couldn't be more full of shit if you were a porta-john at the Super Bowl. Real men might cry, but they don't do it often, and they sure as hell don't do it in front of people. If you're a leader or a manager of men and you cry in front of your crew, take your self-respect and the respect you built up with those guys and flush it down the toilet. There's only really 5 reasons why a dude should break down crying in front of you. Death, mother, father, loss of a friend, your dog dies or a child dies, that's it. Modern men don't cry, but feminist men cry their goddamn asses off. And guess what? This list here is nothing more than feminism trying to gargle her ball bag. It's all I gotta say. Because guess what? Feminism has tried their best to feminize men over the past 50 years. And the kicker is, then they bitch that there's no real men out there. What the fuck, gentlemen? I'm sorry, Mr. Lombardi, and I'm just gonna put this out there, and strictly, this is my opinion. And my opinion is you are not a real man. And if that makes you want to fight me, well, okay, send me an email below, we can go hook it up. Yeah, I'm not talking about pistols or sabers, I'm just talking a few meat pumps to the face, and I'll buy you a beer afterward, we'll laugh about it. But I'm sure you only really drink craft beer.
People aren't sure if the modern man is a good dancer or not. That is, until the DJ plays his jam and he goes out there and puts on a clinic.
A clinic is actually someplace you go to get your pills, a shot in the ass, and a harsh talking to by your doctor. But instead, your clinic is on the dance floor when the DJ plays your jam. I thought women only talk like, oh, wait a minute, yeah, mangina cuck. I got it. Brian!
What?
Brian, what are you doing?
This is my jam!
No, this is your jam right here.
Fuck!
Alright, is that it?
Yes.
Oh, thank fucking God, this is killing me. One last thing on that last point that I have to say. If I'm in the bar and I hear a dude say,
this is my jam,
I might have to slap you in the face.
Did you just slap me? I did. Weird, right?
And that'll be long after you got offended because I'm wearing this shirt. Race Riot Apparel, 10% off. Link is in the description. So go forth, my brethren, and offend. Winning! Yeah, but please don't go too far. When you're down there, check out the links to our Patreon and PayPal. So please send us a couple bucks. We keep doing this because God knows YouTube isn't. And while we're at it, gentlemen, please hit the subscribe button and the bell, because if you don't, I might cry. Fuck it, I ain't crying over nobody. And it was in the Boy Scouts. The big fire going, this guy walks up there, and it's like 15 feet from the front door of the cabin. And I just watch it blow in there, and so it's just like, it's pissing! Everybody runs out the back door.
Oh, that's terrible.
It was like chlorine gas from World War I, man. That's what it reminded me of. It was hilarious.